Hey everybody, welcome to a video of Wisdom of the Grandmaster. I haven't done one of these in quite a long time because honestly I don't see the point. The algorithms here on YouTube, there's 2,500 subscribers and maybe 2 or 3 people will actually see it because it just doesn't show up, which is fine, I don't really care. I got deplatformed here. I wasn't banned, I was demonetized a long time ago, 2017 I think it was. I really haven't bothered since then because I'm just not a fan of Google, period, right? Got to use them to some extent. I use them as little as possible, but I'm just not a fan. There is some great content on YouTube, but good luck finding it in this day and age where you're going to get bombarded with political BS. But that's actually a rare occasion that I want to talk about political BS here for a minute, which is that absolute shit show that was a debate. I watched it until I started getting queasy and I got up and I projectile vomited all across the house because it was just so nauseating to watch. Shit shows the only thing that comes to my mind. Now, I'm not going to comment on either what's her name or Trump on that. I'm going to go far deeper than that because they talked for all that time and nobody really said anything. They avoided the truth. So what's the point of talking about anything if you're avoiding the truth? Trump tried to state the truth on a few occasions, but Harris is just a reprehensible human being. Always has been. But yeah, something else dawned on me during this whole thing. This is what I want to talk about. Ever been to a really horrible movie? One where you're sitting there and you're trying to decide if you're going to go get a thing of nachos or maybe just kill yourself because the movie's so bad. Many years ago, went to the movies with friends of ours. This was during my first marriage. That's how long ago it was. I was in my 20s when this happened. Went to see a movie called Bolero, which starred Bo Derek, who was the girl who was supposed to be the perfect 10. And in truth, I'd give Bo Derek about a 6.5. But everybody wanted to see this movie, right? It's supposed to be some great erotic special. Now, this is back when in the province of Ontario, XXX movies were illegal. Okay, so this is a long time ago. The only people who saw XXX movies were the Ontario Film Board guys, and they would sit in their offices after watching it doing this, right? Because they were such a worthless bunch of pricks. It's just your typical government BS coming out of Canada. But anyways, we were watching this movie. And I got up twice. I got up once to go get nachos, which is why I brought them up. And I got up a second time to go to the bathroom, even though I didn't have to go. I came back and I sat down. And Buddy, whoever the co-star was with her, she was such a bad actress. She made Raquel Welch look like look like Meryl Streep, right? Some of you probably don't know who Raquel Welch is. But anyways, so Buddy pours honey all over her stomach, and then he proceeds to lick the honey off of her. And with the camera shot as he brought his head up, it looked like he blew his nose all over her, right? So that was my comment. I said it as loud as I could, "Oh my God, he blew his nose on her." Right? Well, this place busts up laughing because nobody was enjoying this movie. And then about 2 minutes later, the fire alarm goes off. And you're thinking, "Oh, Chris, it'd be great. The theater's going to burn down. I won't have to go back inside." What would it turned out to be if somebody tossed a cigarette butt in the garbage in the washroom? Wasn't me, I don't smoke. But had I thought of it, right? So we're outside and the fire department comes and, somebody had already put the fire out in the bathroom and the manager of the theater comes up to talk to everybody. He's got a notepad and a girl with him and, do you want tickets for the next showing of this movie or do you want just a voucher to get something else? I'm like, you mean I can get out of seeing this thing? Yeah, give me something for something else. I'm not going back in here to watch this crap. Right? That's what the debate was like. And it kind of dawned on me, because I've heard it stated before by different factions of the truth tellers world, and I don't believe there are truth tellers anywhere. Well, there's individuals who are telling the truth, but there's no faction. Right? They're all full of shit. but they've called this a movie many times. Like Charlie Ward, who I have no respect for, called it a movie. But it was like I was watching a movie. It really was. It was like I was looking at a bunch of paid actors trying to present something to the American people in the world that was nothing but a crock of shit. And we all know we've been psyoped. But I don't think any of us realized how bad. I realized just how bad as I'm watching this. This debate to me wasn't real. This was staged. Yeah, I don't know who the cast, the moderators is the word, I guess, were in that. Because I don't watch ABC, and I don't watch ABC the same reason that I don't follow the dogs around with a bag collecting their poop and have dinner with it. A woman, whatever her name was just reprehensible. And her acting was so bad. Her character was horrible. But she was so fake, right? It was worse than some of the old daytime soap operas that my mother used to watch when I was a kid. Right? This was unbelievable. Now, I don't have a clue what's going to happen coming up. I used to think I had a pretty good idea. I used to think I'd connected the dots and I could see what was going on. But when I look at the actual state, not what the media says, and again, I don't consume the media, but they say about what's going on in England and what I hear from people that I know in England and how many, and a few Romanians who fled England to come back home, perhaps England's going to fall. Perhaps, when we date back, 500 years, the Ottoman tried to take over Europe and they were stopped. But perhaps they've succeeded now, right? Because that's what it appears to be. And maybe America's supposed to fall. I don't know. I have this discussion quite often with Master Phil about martial arts, because what I see in the martial arts industry is an undertaker with a body that he's embalming for the funeral, because what I see in the martial arts industry will be the death of the martial arts. And why do I say that? It's because it's gone so far to one extreme. There's two extremes. There's nothing in the middle anymore, barring a few of you guys who've got dojos and are doing the right thing. That will always exist, but as far as being mainstream goes, I think its days are over. I just want to make sure that what I have learned continues. Do you notice I didn't say my teachings continue? Because it's not about me, it's about what I've learned, and I've learned a lot. And there are people out there who would like to say I didn't. That's okay. They're entitled to their opinions. They mean nothing to me. Other people's opinions of me are none of my business. That's one of the reasons I turned the comments off on this channel is, I come on here and go, oh, good, there's comments. Shit. Now I'm going to have to look at these. And every now and then you get a good one, but the guy who made the good comment could have emailed me. Right? The rest of them are like, whoa, dude, you should take Krav Maga. That's the only thing that works. Yeah, like you've ever been in a fight in your life. It's just ridiculous. And then I was watching Andrew Tate's video, because he watched the debate too, and it scares me how much we sound alike. And if you want to know my opinion of that whole thing with him, email me. I'll be happy to talk about it. And we'll do it here. But he talked about the fact that some female named Taylor Swift because of the debate, has endorsed Harris. I hate to burst bubbles here, but who the hell is Taylor Swift? Okay. I guess she's a musician or a singer or something. Maybe she's a new Madonna. There was a no talent if there's ever been one. I stopped paying any attention to the American music scene in the 80s when Wham came out. Or were they British? Same thing. Yeah. There's two toilets beside each other. I thought that the American / British music scene, popular music scene, was absolute crap from about 1984 onward, and I liked some of the stuff that came out of Seattle for a while there with Metallica and Nirvana and Alice in Chains and those. but I don't consume any of it, so I have no idea who she is. And the question I would have is, who would care anyway what she thinks? You know, and this is actually the reason for the video, is this. These celebrities control people's minds so much that anybody gives a shit what they think about politics. Has the American public degraded so far they can't do their own work to decide which candidate to vote for? I hate to think that's true, but I'm starting to think it is. You know, I've heard that The Rock, who is far from being one of my favorite wrestlers, I'm not a fan. Has talent as a wrestler, but you know, he got into the Hollywood thing, and that's all the world needs is another Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, a big guy who can't act. And why would you base anything you do on these people? And I'm going to more or less close this video off with a statement. If you don't control your mind, if you do not control your thoughts, someone else will, guaranteed. And I would say the majority, their thoughts are controlled by somebody that is not them. And it might be too late to wake up, depending on where you live. Where I live, it ain't no problem. None of what's going on in the West is happening here in Romania. None of it. Because they won't put up with it. People here's eyes are open. Right? It's up to you guys what you do. Nothing I can do to help you. Nothing I can say to help you. I do suggest that you take control of your mind. I'm going to put a link down there to a free ebook called A Disciplined Mind. I am hyper-disciplined. Beyond what other people would even consider. They'd look at my life and you go, oh, that would be horrible to be like that. No, it's not. It's actually really quite comforting to be the way I am. Other things don't control my emotions. I'm making this video just simply because what I saw there was a movie. It wasn't real. It wasn't even good acting. This was like a triple B movie. It was worse than some of the Chopsaki movies that came out of Hong Kong all those decades ago. Right? It was just horrible. Oh, I guess that's an offensive term now, Chopsaki movie. Oh, well, Chopsaki movie. I don't give a shit. If this is another great example. People have become so weak and pathetic that words offend them. That's awesome. Have a great day, guys. We'll catch you someday. Ciao.